Every single year, without fail, for over 30 years now, EA have been able to put out a brand spanking new FIFA game, and every year they sell millions. Every year, a new AAA game to release on almost every system at the same time. All the while they can support the previous game that they just released with new players and squad update. Obviously they do this seemingly amazing work by just copy and pasting most of the previous game into this new one. And with the diminishing return of better graphics, they'll have pretty much looked the same for at least 10 years now. So why do these FIFA games sell millions every year when you could just buy one of them and pretty much be done with it? Well, the insidious reason behind it is simply marketing. Only once every few years they actually add something that you might notice, like a new game mode or a feature, but that is pretty much all in the past now. Way back then they had big new game modes that would actually add some new freshness to the experience and vary the gameplay. Like in FIFA 06 where they first introduced manager mode, where you control the team both on and off the pitch, which was, at the time, a bit of a unique selling point, because the Football Manager games were, and still are, much more niche than FIFA. Then in FIFA 9 they really decided to pull their socks up. This was the first time they made the Be a Pro career mode, where you control only one player in the team and can live throughout their whole career. And with that they also brought in pro clubs, where you can basically do all of that online with up to 9 other people. This was somehow also the year they brought in the biggest, most beautiful cash cow, Ultimate Team. These were all big new additions and iconic game modes that were copied by every other sports game. This was probably their peak, so they really could have just stopped making new games, just kept updating FIFA 09, chucking in new players, or a squad update every now and then. But money is quite popular, so they just kept going. For example, let's look at FIFA 11, where they had more celebrations that made it easier for players to do their own unique, iconic celebrations. But they also added the all-important Personality Plus system, which gives every player their real-world personalities, making them all feel unique. But how in any way are you going to notice this when you are literally controlling every action that they do? Jump forward 4 years, we get FIFA 15, the first FIFA to come onto the next gen Xbox One and PS4. So I guess they spent all of their time just shining and polishing the graphics on this one. There are no big selling points in this game. This was before backwards compatibility was implemented into Xbox One and PS4, so it was basically just the only way to play FIFA on the toy. The only things they tried to sell to you were realistic player emotions, realistic stadiums that you can barely see most of the time, and improved ball physics. At least a few years later, in FIFA 17, the journey began. Like so many other sports games, FIFA finally had its own story mode. You follow Alex Hunter, a young prodigy from a football family who aspires to become a star player in the Premier League. And you have to manage his personal and professional life to get him there. It's basically just a player career mode, but you have less choices in exchange for fully voiced and animated cutscenes. The journey continues in FIFA 18, where Alex gets to play across all of Europe and aims to play in the World Cup. For some reason, out of nowhere, he learns he has a half-sister. Ronaldo pops in to say hi.
Hey, you're really starting to make a name for yourself. Maybe you should come play for real.
Maybe you should come play for us.
Oh, Hunter, you are dreaming?
Then, in FIFA 19, the journey concludes. There's 3 characters to play now. Alex, obviously, his mate Danny, because they forgot about Gary, and his half-sister. Everyone has their own goals, which they all complete at the same time and live happily ever after. I guess they couldn't be bothered to make up any more new characters, so instead of the journey in FIFA 20, we got Volta, which was the new street football experience. It was based on the previous FIFA Street games, but just not as good. They changed it up after the next couple of years. Sometimes they had story modes, sometimes it was rear, sometimes they had Volta Pro Clubs. I don't think anyone really cared about it. But now we're at EAFC 25, and the feature they've been advertising the most is the new 5v5 Rush Football mode. And they've been incorporating that into every other mode. It's a fully new 5-a-side match where skills and dribbling are emphasised a lot more. They've also decided to take out all the Volta stuff that infested all of the other modes in previous games. So they've replaced one 5-a-side skill-based FIFA Street wannabe with a different 5-a-side skill-based FIFA Street wannabe. Yet somehow they've marketed it like it's a completely new, innovative mode that they've just added in. Rush is even the way to unlock all of the new customization items that you had to play Volta to unlock in previous games. They have blatantly just reskinned Volta to just lie to the customers and market Rush Football as something completely new and original. And still, FIFA will sell millions because of it.